You can't grasp reality. Reality is unfolding as we speak, so you can't grasp that. You are that. The intellect could try to grasp it, but it won't be able to. This is why science is limited, telescopes, machines, Large Hadron Colliders, they're all trying to grasp reality. Some miniature machine somewhere is trying to grasp the entire picture of life unfolding. It will never be able to do it. There isn't a camera big enough to take that picture, to take that photograph. The only thing that can grasp reality is reality unfolding, which is always happening right now. So obviously, because it's happening as we speak and it's unfolding as we speak, it's never grasped. It's always changing and shifting and turning and twisting. Like a flame, a candle flame, never still, never, always burning, always unfolding, always changing. Now you can be on the same page as that, which is another, maybe a better way of looking at it, as opposed to grasping it. You, as a person, can be on the same page as reality, unfolding as we speak, but you have to know where to look, observing exactly. Observing, maintaining, observing. And of course you're always observing, always. But what are you observing? Are you observing the intellect with its illusions and fantasies and creations? Because, okay, that's fine if you're going to do that, but don't mistake the intellect for reality. Because obviously that would cause you a lot of problems. You'll start thinking things are real when they're not. Things start to become very calm and very quiet, when you're connecting with it. Internally, lots of these processes and thoughts and perceptions and beliefs, they slowly diminish, they settle. My teacher had a really good analogy, okay, and I'm going to leave on this because I've been here for a couple, like 2.5 hours. This has been a really great chat, by the way. Thank you to everyone checking in. But we'll leave on this. He had a really great analogy. That's a way of kind of explaining what it's like. If you're inside a room with lots of confetti, like millions and millions and millions of pieces of confetti, and you're inside the room and you've got all your friends inside the room and you're all here hanging out, having a chat, moving around, bouncing around, sharing things, and the confetti's all over the place, it's everywhere. You can't touch the wall without hitting a piece of confetti. It's every inch is covered. So that's what it's like inside your head. You've got all these thoughts and people and friends and memories and traumas and histories and ideas and beliefs and views and whatever, all inside your brain. That's fine. That's okay. But you can't, because there's so much going on in there, you've lost sight of the room. It's just confetti everywhere. That's all you can see. You don't even know what's up and what's down anymore because you've been so consumed by this confetti. You've stayed in your brain for years and years and years with all of these thoughts and ideas and people, memories, etc., all jumping around. So what do? Well, you don't run around inside the room trying to grasp the confetti, because doing that just mixes up more confetti and you're falling over Bob and you elbowed Marie in the face and now the people are fighting. Anyway, it's just a shit fight inside there. So what do? Stand still. Stop moving. Don't move. Become totally still. Stay still. Don't move. Now that can be difficult because you've been so used to moving. You've got a lot of shit going on in there that you really like. You're really addicted to it, you know? You've got all your friends in there with you, and you've got all your favourite pieces of confetti that you've been playing with for 25 years. Alright, okay, it's gonna take you a little bit of time to learn how to stand still. That's fine. Just do your best. Stand still. Stay still. Don't move. Stay still long enough and all of that confetti will stop with you. It was only moving around so much and covering all of the walls because you were in there sustaining that movement, running around like a crazy person. It doesn't move by itself. There's nobody else in there. It's just you in there. You're alone in there. And that's what it's like, meditation. This true experience of oneness, one life, alone here. Sharing this experience together, consciousness, shared consciousness unfolding in unity. It's literally happening as we speak. Now, if we know that, we're in love together. We are in this space of love. I don't want anything from you. I don't want to hurt you. Let's share this experience together and make it wonderful. Now, you're standing in this room. You just have to learn how to stand still. And when eventually that confetti is settled and that last piece of confetti touches the floor and stops, your mind totally opens up, seeing the entire room all at once, full awareness of presence. Now the ego operates in all of the confetti, these ideas of self and belief and culture and history and right and wrong and religion. It's all in the ego, it's all in the confetti. So getting that final piece of confetti to be still, which just means don't go chasing it, don't do anything about it. If you do that, you're going to kick up more confetti. Just stay still. Don't move. That's what powerful presence and observation of presence does. It will totally still your mind. Because your mind you have to become totally still to be there. But most people jump in for half an hour or 5 minutes, or they take some ayahuasca, or they take some mushrooms, and it kind of forces them into that space. Meanwhile, there's confetti going all over the place still, and it's a very unstable connection. It's so unstable that it only lasts for a little while. But it's supposed to be a hint. It's supposed to be a reminder. Do you know there's a very deep reality to your consciousness? Okay, if you've forgotten that and you take mushrooms, you'll reconnect with it for a little while. But that's not it. That's just a little taster. You just had a little taste. Don't you want the full connection? Don't you want to fully embody that connection? It won't be like what it was like when you had mushrooms, because that was a kind of corrupted dose, an artificial dose, but it kind of brings you in contact. It's not natural though, so it's not the same. So you can't think, so it's going to be like I'm on mushrooms all the time or acid. It's not like that. It's similar. It's got a similar resonance. But you can still function, but you don't leave. You're immersed in that space all day, every day, because that's what you are. But at any point you can jump back into the intellect, have a conversation, come up with a plan, a project. I don't know, what do you want to do? Want to do stuff together? Want to build something cool? Want to make something happen? Want to plan something and see it to fruition? That's what the intellect is for. We can organize things with it. It builds computers. It comes up with schedules and times. I'm going to be on same time tomorrow. You know, it's for organizing. But it's not going to help you decipher what's reality because it can't grasp what that is. So you have to look in a different direction. So anyway, finishing up. Standing still in the room of confetti. As those last pieces drop, there's a process to maintaining stillness. Any enlightened monk, mystic or master that you can read up on, anyone who is very deeply revered will talk about a final kind of encounter. Jesus talked about his contact with the devil in the desert. The Buddha talked about his face-to-face encounter with Mara, which is essentially the Buddhist devil. This means the ego and its grasp on you, because you think you're it, you know, the ego, because it's been so self-sustained and it's full of anxieties and fears and worries, and you've been dealing with it for so long, it makes you think you're it. I believe myself to be this individual self here with a body. That's me. How dare you attack me or offend me? That's what causes people to go to war, that fear. So anyway, we're talking about these final pieces of confetti in the room. That's where things get really difficult. That is why monks exist. Because a monk has dedicated their life to stilling all of that confetti. Even the last pieces, which is the most difficult part. Now we're talking about the fear of death. Actually facing the fear of death, which obviously is an illusion because you don't really die.